We'll start with some big news here in the NFL with the San Francisco 49ers announcing that they are now willing to listen to trade offers for Brandon Ayuk. And they've given their star wide receiver permission to negotiate a contract with other teams. And some of those potential suitors we're hearing include the Cleveland Browns, maybe the New England Patriots. It sounds like at this point it's really up to Brandon Ayuk and what he or who he might be willing to play for. This was a situation that got ugly as the offseason progressed. And if you're Brandon Ayuk, let's face it, the last thing that you wanted was to watch everybody else get a contract in the wide receiver position except you. So this was bound to happen, but the 49ers have granted him the permission. We'll see where that goes. If you are a Commanders fan, then this may not come as a shock to you, as we just learned what that depth chart is at the QB position. And shocking to nobody, Jayden Daniels is their starting quarterback on the first depth chart of the season. I have been saying it. I will say it again. There is absolutely no way. I don't think this kid is going to be the cream of the crop. He is going to be the class of this draft. Nothing against Caleb Williams, but Jayden Daniels would have absolutely been my number one choice, having looked at all of the possibilities. And you know what? Looks like the Commanders are on the same page. And we've got all sorts of news in the Olympics. And we'll start one of the biggest stories yesterday, too, with how about Mondo Duplantis from Louisiana. He's a 24-year-old who just competes for Sweden, by the way, even though he's in Louisiana. Competes for his mother's homeland, which is Sweden. And he just broke the pole vault record there yesterday in unbelievable fashion. 20 feet 6 inches. That is a break of the world record for his 9th time, by the way, and the first time on this grand set stage. This kid is just absolutely phenomenal. He has been, and if you didn't get a chance to see it, it's all over. Check out the memes, check out the replays. It's his second straight gold medal and breaking the record again for the 9th time. This is just a absolute feat, which is why we love, don't we? Don't we all just love the Olympics for these types of things? The Katie Ledeckis, the Mondos of the world, seeing things happen in real time for people who work their whole life in order to be able to compete in these sports. And it truly is a good reminder on just how good these athletes are and how dedicated they are in the Olympics. Not so great news, though, is the marathon swim had to be canceled over the water quality in the Siena River that they were going to go and do this event in. A test, I guess, of the water to allow the Olympian athletes, they said was not passable. They opted in order to not go ahead and have that. They said the decision to cancel was for the better health of everybody involved. So not a great situation there. Great situation if you are France, though, as the host nation there has an opportunity on Friday at noon for gold in what? Men's soccer. How is that? You got to love it. Two of the very best soccer nations in the world are going to be going at it. Spain beat Morocco 2-1 after rallying late, while France beat Egypt 3-1 after scoring twice in extra time. The bronze medal, however, will be Egypt versus Morocco, and that's going to be Thursday at 11 a.m. Plenty of great stuff coming up today, too, including, how about SGA and Canada getting ready to go here in action a little bit later. Canada is going to take on Wemby in France in Paris, while Team USA is favored by, are you ready for this number? Let's see how many of you are running to the window to lay this number down. 27.5 points against Brazil. This is going to be at 3:30 this afternoon. There is absolutely no way I am running to the window to lay any of that with Team USA, who, keep in mind, has no motivation to blow anybody out because point differential in the knockout stage means nothing. Serbia also understands what's at stake here as they advanced to the semifinals not too long ago. They handled business against Australia, which means the Joker is on his way to being a wrecking force here. And it's interesting. So Serbia on that side of the quarterfinals beats Australia. They are going to await, well, let's be realistic, Team USA here, as they take on Brazil. They're on that side for the semifinal. Germany will be taking on Greece, as well as France taking on Canada. Like we told you, those two winners will advance to the semifinal. And, of course, the winners from there will be playing for gold. In other NFL news we've got going on, how about the Chiefs signing kicker Harrison Butker to a 4-year, $25.6 million extension, making him the NFL's highest paid kicker per multiple reports here. This is a great payday for Harrison Butker, who has been in Kansas City since 2017. And I don't know, he's only won 3 Super Bowls. 19, I believe, 197 of 221 is what his field goal record is, 89%. And setting an NFL record with a 57-yard field goal in the big game. Harrison Butker getting paid by the Chiefs. And you got to love when you deliver on a consistent basis for a winning team, you are going to get paid. We also have some bad news coming out of the Browns camp right now with defensive end Za'Darius Smith carted off the field with a knee issue. The Browns, who were just celebrating the fact that they got Myles Garrett back from a hamstring injury in camp on Monday, but now very well could have lost another important piece of that defense there with Za'Darius Smith. He was taken into the team's practice facility on a cart. During one of the drills there, he was in visible pain, grabbing at his left knee. Athletic trainers were trying to console him. It was not good. They did diagnose it with a knee contusion, but I think we all know that is not a good situation at all. They say he will be reevaluated a little bit later today. Also, cornerback Greg Newsome, hamstring. Defensive lineman Dalvin Thompson, he's got a knee issue. They have not participated in camp. This is already not a great start for some very high-profile players for the Cleveland Browns, but we'll keep note on what's happening with them. Also of note, how about the Oakland Athletics have agreed to sell their stake in the Oakland Coliseum? We know the departing Oakland Athletics are heading to Sin City in Las Vegas, but they have reached an agreement to sell their half of the Coliseum to a private group who plans on turning it into a very big, giant entertainment and sports complex in the city, in that Bay Area there. So it looks like that will not go to waste. What did go to waste, however, was the White Sox season after losing again last night, and now have lost 21 straight, tying an American League record for most consecutive losses. Ouch, ouch, White Sox. And they'll have another crack at the A's here today, but I would not hold my breath on them winning anything. Diamondbacks also won the fight, lost the battle last night as their veteran Gold Glove catcher there, Gabriel Moreno, left the game last night against the Guardians with a left groin strain. Not good for the Diamondbacks. And there you've got it, today's headlines. We got much more to get to as Newswire continues here on the Grid.